Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a quick look here again at Solana, seeing what's going on. Just a quick update. When I draw this chart here from yesterday, I got the question, hey, is that exactly what's supposed to happen? Well, not exactly. I mean, when you play out a chart here and you anticipate the range, this is basically just based on it breaking its range-bound activity. So in a perfect world, yes, the price would have came up here to retest this most recent high at 100, came back down to bounce off of 94.5, and then continued higher. We didn't really get that. In fact, we've established lower lows there effectively on the 4-hour time frame in the last 24 hours. So we got to move our trend line down a little bit there to kind of signify this range is getting wider. Okay. Now again, it's not even a guarantee it's going to stay in this range. This is just something that needs to happen in order for us to see the price go higher. Okay, so again, just some friendly advice there. Wait for confirmation on a coin like this if you're planning to take a long position. So if we take a quick look here at a few key factors, let's go ahead and double check and see kind of what's going on. Let's quickly note a couple of things here. First of all, with this trade, or more so this coin, and if it's good to take a trade, we got a lot of liquidation down here at the $90 range. So right there at about 90.5, 90.40, we're seeing a ton of liquidation. That's quite a lot. It's heavy concentration. There's a little bit just above here, about 97.5, but all the more likelihood to be kind of careful and cautious and understand that there could be one more last leg down, or potentially a sweep there of that liquidity. So if you have high leverage, you probably shouldn't be using that in the first place, but protect your investment. If you're in profit, just scroll your stop loss higher. Most exchanges, you can just drag the thing up or put in a number there. It's best to secure profit, and I have that conversation with my community all the time. Really depends on the kind of trader you are, of course, but generally speaking, if you're in this business, which it is a business by the way, of making money, you got to secure profits in order to be profitable. Big surprise, right? So again, I treat it like a business, and if that is how you treat it, you're going to find a lot more success. Just some friendly advice there. Again, easier said than done. There's a lot of nuances, but that's kind of what we're looking at there. So on the daily time frame here, looking at the moving averages, we can see we're still below the 20. Not a great sign, but the 50-day SMA is working itself out at this previous support of about $80. Okay, so again, $80 if the price continues lower would effectively and should effectively be a support level for us. We take a look here at the stochastic RSI, still swinging down. Traditional RSI is right at 50. I wouldn't say it's a sweet spot, but that's typically a support level. Okay. The money flow index is coming down, not a great thing here, of course. We typically want the money flow index to start pivoting before we consider entry. But at this point here, there's a constellation of that support level, which does kind of reiterate or confirm that in the $94 to $95 range could be a nice support for us. I like to emphasize the word could be because we got a decent amount of gap here in between 90 and 80 as a close approximate. Okay, so again, not a lot of volume at the price point just below where we're at right now. All the more reason why those lower liquidity levels could get filled. If we do take a look at liquidity here, we can kind of see on the 4-hour time frame, there's this pretty big gap here down below that still hasn't been filled yet. Okay, so just some friendly advice. We could very well see one more sweep to the downside. And again, with us constantly retesting this lower level, it's only a matter of time before the price breaks down. Just being straightforward, that's typically how it works. Now, do I want to short into that? Probably not. It's not really ideal to do that because the price could very well ramp back up. And a lot of this hinges on how Bitcoin behaves in the next 24 to 48 hours with all the Bitcoin ETF approval, denial, all that stuff. So that's why we're just holding off on our swing trades for the moment. Our day trades are still scalping, probably actually doing a very good job here, as a matter of fact. Take a look at Litecoin. I saw 6% there in 6 hours. We've got a long position open for Solana. And then, of course, we can kind of see that we scalped, Matic in a couple of hours. That was last night. And, of course, this morning here, yesterday evening, Litecoin again. So, again, just constant little scalps here and there, nice little profits. Of course, you've got to make sure you monitor those trades. Because again, they can shift directions, but that's why you don't auto trade those day trading scalping bots, because they make a lot of trades some days, and it's just not ideal to have more than a couple of day trades open at any given time. Okay, so we're not humans; we let the bots do the work for us, right? Okay, we are humans. We're not bots. We let them do the work for us. All right, so MACD converging here on the 4-hour. This is typically a good sign. Keep in mind, there's not like a lot of momentum now going into this. So we got to recognize that even though it's converging, it's not necessarily like a massive catalyst. Because when I look at the RSI concurrent with MACD, if the MACD is converging, that's great. If the RSI is breaking 50, then that's even better. Those are the kind of entries I try to look for. So to me, we're still a little off, even though stochastic RSI is swinging up. Money flow index did kind of pivot and bounce. This does give us some bullish signs, but they're not like monstrously bullish, right? They're just kind of like little guys adding up to give us kind of a summary that the 4-hour time frame is looking decent. But on the same accord, it's really not. Again, we keep retesting this lower level. That's not a fantastic look. We got lower liquidity levels that are higher than the upper ones. And then, of course, we got 3 out of 4 moving averages above the price action. Only consolation here is we got the 200-day SMA working its way up around $90. Okay, so tentative support around $88 to $90 based on that one thing. So is this a reason to take a trade? Probably not, but let's quickly confirm a couple of other factors here, such as Ichimoku Cloud. And as I mentioned before, if we had broken this range-bound activity, or just say we do, this little guy right here is what we're looking for entry. Again, preferably $100 or higher. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be $100 or higher. It just confirms that we broke our most recent high, and that's a good trend reversal. At this point, you could hypothetically take a long up until $100 and take profit in that range too. There's possibilities there too. But at this point, conversion line is above the baseline. That's positive. The lagging span is not free and clear of the price action. That's negative. We're below the cloud, also negative. So there's 2 out of 3 reasons not to take a long position right now. In a perfect world, the price goes sideways and kind of does one of these, and it would put us roughly at this time tomorrow, where we're going to have some interesting volatility as a strong likelihood anyways. So again, we're looking for a 98 or higher within 24 hours from now, or 100 or higher within the next 12 hours. These are the confirmational things I'm looking for, right? So the price shoots up here, we come back down to retest this level. That's a good entry there, where the price will probably continue higher. So again, nothing's exact, right? But these are the things we try to look for to increase our odds of success. Because if those things happen, we have more confirmation knowing that we're in better shape taking a trade and the price will continue in that direction, instead of trying to guess if it's going to go up or down. So you take the guesswork out by trading with confirmation, and you increase the statistical probability of it happening. That's why we wait for confirmation, okay? So again, to my community members, just be patient. I promise you we'll have plenty of swing trades coming up here this week. It's probably going to be a very volatile week, but I want to make sure that we kind of skip out on the guesswork between now and then, because Bitcoin, if it pulls back at all, most alts are going to suffer. And I'm not really all about just kind of randomly opening short positions just because I feel like there's a fundamental catalyst on the horizon. That's not really how I trade. Again, just so you get an idea of where I'm coming from. The thing I do like to do is, of course, trade with confirmation. So as per usual, you probably already know that by now. If not, and you're welcome you're new to the channel. Thanks again so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you check this out too as well. Bitunix has a phenomenal exchange. You have to use my link to register to qualify for that event. But here in about 5 hours, we're going to have an opportunity to be able to register for that trading competition. So if you use my link to register, you'll have that option. The reason why we love these exchanges is because there are no VPN, no KYC, and they also have phenomenal, they have trailing stop losses, multiple targets, a lot of reasons to use the trade, more advanced features that you should be using as a trader anyway. So be sure to check them out. They are awesome. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out. You can reach out to me through my website, or just jump into Discord, Telegram, or Twitter. Shoot me a message. Be happy to help you out. All right, folks, I hope you have a good rest of the day. We will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Thanks again for your time. Take care.